Yes, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, anywhere you are hearing me.
This is my math teacher.
So please mute yourself and let's start the class in proper. I believe you can see my screen. Can you see my screen, please? If you can see my screen, please put it in the chat. Thank you. Okay. So today we continue where we start. Like I told you, we talked about the last class, we talked about the equation. So let's look at the example of equation. So we have, let's say we have 5 of x minus 3, 5 of x minus 3 plus 2 of x plus 6 equals to 11. Equals to 11. So we asked to solve this problem. First thing is, let's distribute the 5 and 2 into their respective parentheses. 5 multiplied by x. For us to solve this, we have solution here. We have 5x minus 15 plus 2x plus 12 equals to 11. So let's collect all the x together. So we have 5x plus 2x plus, then we have what? Minus 15 plus 12 equals to 11. So when you add this together, what do you have? We add these two together, you have 7x, in this case, 7x. From there, we have minus 3 equals to 11. I can add 3 to both sides in order to delete these. We have 7s minus 3 plus 3 equals to 11 plus 3. So here we go, we have 7x equals to 14. For us to get our x, we divide both sides. Who can tell us what to do again? You can unmute. What do we do to get your x?
Divide both sides by 7.
Thank you. Divide both sides by 7. You have 7 here, 7 here. This will go with this. At the end of the day, you have your x to be equals to 2. Any question? S equals to 2. So let's move on. Question 1. So let's check, when do we have a contradiction? You know, contradiction simply means when you have a false statement. Let's look at this. Example. Number 2 said solve 5x minus 6 equals 5x plus 2. We have to solve 5x plus 6 and 5 equals to 5x plus 2. So for you to solve this solution, you have 5x minus 6 equals 5x plus 2. You agree with me with, I need minus 5 here, 5x here. If I add minus 5x here, minus 5x here, then minus 5x here. what do we have? This will go with this, and this gentleman will also go. At the end of the day, we have -6 equals to 2. You and I know that -6 cannot equals to 2. -6 cannot equals to 2. So this is example of what we call contradiction. This is what we call false statement. False statement. False statement. So meaning that you can see that when you are looking for X, you are looking for unknown variable. There is no variable here because it's a false statement. There are no variable we are looking for. Number one is a false statement, and there is no variable we are looking for. Meaning, here we can say no solution. If I give you this type question, what I want you to do is that give me this, no solution, or we pull it empty set or non-set. Remember, we talk about set theory, set initially, or empty set. It's still the same thing, depending on the option you have at your disposal. So you can see that this is what we call contradiction. Contradiction. Is a contradiction. Now, let's look at if it is not contradiction, if it is what do we have again apart from contradiction. Let's look at another example. When you have number 3 says solve 6x plus 3 minus x equals to 3 plus 5x. Solution. So in this case now, we need to take care of 6x plus 3 minus x equals to 3 plus 5x. I know I have 6x here, I have negative x here. If I take it out of this, what do I have? I have 5x plus 3 equals to 3 plus 5x equals to 3 plus 5x. If I take 5x from each other, what do I have left? If I said negative 5x from here, then negative 5x from here, what do I have? These go with these. So at the end of the day, I have what? I have 3 equals to 3. Now, this type of solution is called true statements. True statements. And it's also known as, it is an identity. It is an identity. It is an identity. How do I know it is an identity? After all, I cancel the other side. But now let's look at the way we know it's an identity. Now we have, remember we have, for us to check if x is equals to 1. Let's say our x is equals to 1. We have this one, 5 of x. Remember, you have it from here. 5x plus 3 equals to 3 plus 5x. So meaning, anywhere you see x, substitute 3, substitute 1. What do you have? You have 5 into 1 plus 3 equals to 3 plus 5 of 1. What do I have here? I have 8 equals to 8. If you go ahead, you put 3 there. Let's say you have 3 and 3. Let's put 3. If you put 3 and x equals to 3, what do you have? You have 5 of 3 plus 3 equals to 3 plus 5 of 3. This is 15. This is 18 equals to same 18. So you can see why we call it identity. If you put 100, let's say when your x is equals to 100, you will still have the same. When x equals to 100, you have 5 of 100 plus 3 equals to 3 plus 5 of 100. This is 503 equals to 503. So the statement is true because the solution, that is true statement, is the solution is all is equals to all real number. That is all real number you can think of will give you that identity. All real number you can think of will give us that identity. Any question, please? Okay. No question. So let's look at some of the application of these problem. Let's look at one or two application. The word problem. So for example, okay, number 4, we have, let's look at this statement, the problem. We have a ticket price for a movie are $6.5 for senior or child, then 9.75 per adults under age 65. So the number of adult tickets sold for an evening showing of the film was 4 times as many senior child tickets sold. So the movie theater collected $910 for that same show. How many adults, how many adult tickets and how many senior child tickets were sold? So we want to know how many, the number of tickets, the number of adult tickets, and number of senior or child tickets. So for us to solve this problem, could I move on? So for us to solve this, all we need to do is, let's look at the solution here. Let's number of senior or child tickets equals to X. Remember, we don't know. Then let's number of adults tickets equals to. Now, if you look at the question, it said something here. It said the number of adult tickets sold for an evening show of the film was 4 times as many senior or child tickets sold. So we have idea that it is 4 times of that X that we are looking for. 4 times X. So it simply means that we need the total is what? $910. So meaning we need the number from adults tickets plus the number from senior child tickets. Everything will be equals to 910. So, and don't forget the same thing, we were given the amount of each of them, the price, we have the price here. So we can now go ahead and pick the one of adult first. The one of adult says, how much are they selling adults? The one of adults is the same thing as $9.75 multiplied by 4x, because it's 4 times, plus 6.50 of X. equals to 910. So when you distribute this, what do you have? We have, let's approximate this one, 39 x plus 6.5x equals to 910. When you add the two together, what do you have? Add all the x together, what do we have? We have 45.5x equals to 910. Then we can make x subject of formula by dividing both sides by 45.5 and 45.5. So our x is equals to approximately 20. If x is equals to 20, so so don't forget what we used to represent our x. We said let number of senior or child tickets sold equals to x, meaning we have 20 of them. So if we have this, we can now write, say, which is equals to, we have it to be 20 senior or child tickets. And remember 4 into 20, which is equals to 80, meaning 80 adult tickets were sold. So were sold and these were also sold. So please take note of that. Any question? Let's make it interactive. If it's not clear to you, let me know. Okay, let's move on. Let's look at another equation, interesting equation. Let's say we have denominator of fraction x. We have the one of fraction x. What do you have? X over 3 plus x over 4 equals to 1. X over 3 plus x over 4 equals to 1. There are many ways of solving this problem. The first thing, we can look at the common denominator, lowest common denominator. What's the common denominator in this case? Who can tell us? Yes. Daniel? Common denominator in this case? Anybody?
12.
12.
Thank you. 12 is common denominator, meaning that I can use 12 to multiply to cancel the denominator. Here is, don't forget, we have, this is your numerator. And here is your denominator. So it simply means the solution will look like this. If 12 is my common denominator, and another trick you can use is multiply the two together. Once you multiply the two denominator together, it will give you the common denominator. So in case you have a very big value, just multiply the the two denominator together or three denominator together, you get something that will be common to all of them. So we have 12 into x over 3 plus 12 into x over 4 equals to 12 into 1. Because what you are doing to the left-hand side, you must do it to the right-hand side. Here, you see 3 here, 1, 3 here, 4. Then 4 here, 1, 4 here, 3. So we have it to be 4x plus 3x equals to 12. 12 multiplied by 1 is 12. So when you add it together, what do you have? We have 7x equals to 12. Divide both sides by 7. So we have x equals to 12 over 7. X equals to 12 over 7. So can we try this one? Let's try this. Number 6. Try the number 6. X plus 2 over 3 equals to 8 over 5. So let's try it. Let's try it in 2 minutes. You have just 2 minutes to do it. Any solution, please? J. Erika, any solution? Larry, Josh, Daniel, any solution? If you want me to solve it, put it in the chat. Do you want me to solve it? Just say yes if you want me to solve it. Then I can solve. Oh, okay. Okay, let's quickly look at it. So what do I need to do here? The solution is very simple. Let's look at it. Don't be too hard on yourself. Remember I told you the denominator. Now, what is common factor we can use here?
15.
15, thank you. So 15 multiplied by x plus 2 over 3 equals to 15 multiplied by 8 over 5. So how many 3 is here? 1, 3 here, 5. 5 here, 1, 5 here, 3. So that is it. So we have it to be 5 into x plus 2 equals to 3 into 8. So let's multiply. We have 5x plus 10 equals to 24. So let x be with x, let the constant be to the constant. I can say 5x equals to 24. If you take this 10 to this side, what will happen? It becomes negative 10. So we have 5x equals to 14. Then you can divide both sides by 5. Our x is equals to 14 over 5. Our x is equals to 14 over 5. We have a shorter form of solving it. We can look into that. We can use that one too, or let me use this. We call it cross multiplication. Cross multiplication. Under cross multiplication, you have x plus 2 over 3 equals to 8 over 5. Cross multiplication, this will multiply this will multiply this. Look at this arrow and look at this. So it simply means that I will have 5 into x plus 2 equals to 8 into 3. So it's very simple. 5x plus 10 equals to 24. 5x equals to 24 minus 10. 5x equals to 14. X is equals to 14 over 5. Any question? So let's look at the absolute value. Absolute value. Absolute value equation. So when we said absolute value, if you want the story, you can check your materials. You have enough stories there. But let's look at this question. If you said absolute value of x, this is absolute value. We call this one absolute value. Equals to 5. Let's say it's equals to 5. What will make this to be true is very simple. It's just what it's saying is x is equals to 5, or x is equals to minus 5. So look at that definition. Is either positive or negative. Two things will happen with absolute value. But number 2, if you have x minus 2 equals to 5. So in this case now, we have it to be s minus 2 equals to 5, or s minus 2 equals to -5. So we can resolve it. When you resolve it, what do you have? You have x equals to, when you add 2 to this side, you deduct 2 here, you have 5 plus 2, or x equals to -5 plus 2. So our x is equals to 7, or s is equals to -3. Are we together, please? So let's look at number 3. So when you have x squared minus 6 or plus 6x is equals to 3x plus 18 plus 1/8. So we're talking about this, we're talking about this. So in this case now you have s squared plus 6x equals to 3x plus 18. Or s squared plus 6x equals to minus 3x plus 18. Remember that negative sign. It's very important. So we can match everything together by saying s squared plus 6x minus x minus 3x rather. If I want this to cross to the other side, minus 3x minus 18, or s squared plus 6x plus 6s, we have it to be plus 3x and plus 18. So this is a situation where we find ourselves. We can easily equate this one to be 0, equate this one to be 0 too. So we can match them together by saying this will be x squared plus 6s minus 3x. 6s minus 3s, please. If you are there, put it in the chat, please. 6x minus 3x. Okay, thank you. 3x. We have it to be 3x minus 18. Everything equals to 0, or s squared plus 9x plus 18 equals to 0. So we can factor this out. You know that s is common to them, s is common to them. What will I multiply that will give you negative 18, and when I add it together, it will give me positive 3. Anybody? What do I multiply that will give me negative 18? Put it in a chat, or you want to unmute yourself. You want me to call your name? So please, can we contribute, please? What do I use to multiply that will give me 18, negative 18 rather? And when I add it together, it will give me 3.
-6 and +3.
-6 and +3. Are you sure? So remember, if I multiply these, I will have negative 8. If I multiply the 2, I will have negative 18. But if I add the 2 together, I will have -3. Do you agree with me? And remember, here is a +3. How do we get +3? Give it a try again, please. So what about +6, -3? It will still give me -18. And when I add the 2 together, I will still have +3. So I hope it's clear. So it's going to be +6, -3 equals to 0. Let's quickly resolve this one. Our x is equals to x plus 6 equals to 0. Then x is equals to -6. Any question, please? So we have x minus 3 equals to 0. S is equals to what? S is equals to 3. So that's what we have for this side. So let's try this one. Then we can factor this one too. S is there for the 2 of them. So what we multiply that will give us 18, positive 18, and when you add it together, it will give you 9. Yes, anybody again? Mitchell? Yes. Unmute yourself. Daniel? Yes. Joe? Who is trying to talk? What do we multiply together that will give us 18, positive 18?
+2 and +9, ain't it?
Positive 2, positive 9. No, because if you try positive 2, positive 9, if you add it together, it will give you 11, not 9. So why can't we try positive 6, positive 3? Positive 6, positive 3. When you multiply the 2 together, it will give you positive 18. Then when you add the 2 together, it will give you 9. So we have x plus 6 equals to 0. Then s is equals to -6. S plus 3 equals to 0. Then s is equals to -3. So we have -6 true, and we have 3 distinct solutions. 3 distinct solutions. There are 3 distinct solutions, which implies s is equals to -6, s is equals to 3, and s is equals to -3. Three distinct solutions. Any question? So let's take note of that. So let's look at another interesting question. Number 4 of this topic. 3x minus 2 equals to -4. 3x minus 2 equals to -4. Now, this particular one too, you can also test them. Sorry, before you can test any of these inside our value. Are we going to get the same thing we asked to get? So try it. You will see what we are going to get. Because if you pick 3, let's say x is equals to 3, what do you have? When x is equals to +3 or -3, what do you have? So check it. You will see it is true. If it is -3 now, when you add this together, you will see if you put it here, add it together, you have value. Add this one, you have value. But the next one we want to do now, let's see. So we have it 3x squared, 3x minus 2 equals to -4, or 3x minus 2 equals to +4. Don't forget. So here we have 3x equals to -4 plus 2. And this one move to the other side. You have 3x equals to -2. Our x is equals to -2/3. So let's try this one. So we have 3x equals to 4 plus 4 plus 2. What do we have? You have 3x equals to 6. Divide both sides by 3. This go with this. S is equals to 2. Sorry, S is equals to, yes. S is equals to 2. So the question is this. If you substitute any of this equation, because you have to check, you have to be careful where you are solving this type of equation. The option will be there on your board saying there is no solution, there is solution. You have to test whether there is no solution. So when x, let's try it, is equals to 2, substitute it into this equation, 3 into 2 minus 2. So what do we have? This is 6 minus 2. But in this case, you have it to be what? 4 equals to -4. Is it equals to -4? No. 4 is not equals to -4. So if you try the second one, when s is equals to -2/3, substitute it, 3 into -2/3 minus 2. So this cancel this, you know, you have -2 minus 4 equals to -4, -2 rather. So when you have this, remember anything coming out of that particular absolute value is the positive. So you have here, we have -4 equals to -4. At the end of the day, when this one is coming out, it will be 4 equals to -4. Therefore, this is also no solution. That is, therefore, there is no solution. Please take notes. Take your time to check whether there is solution or not in the problem you will give.
Can you go up a little bit? Just a
Okay.
little bit.
Is it okay?
Yeah, that's good. That's right there. Perfect.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So you try as much as possible to check. Don't just pick the answer and say, oh, this is what I have. The system will mark it for you. That, oh, you see that the system will accept it. Let me use that. It will not grade you. By the time you see your grade, you discover that you missed it. So try and check if the solution exists. If it is true, fine. But if it is not true, then you know. So let's try this one. Number 4, let's see number 5. We have 3 minus 2x minus 4 equals to minus 5. So what do we do here? We have this negative, we have 3 here. If I introduce negative 3 to both sides, I can say 3 minus 2x minus 4. Anything you introduce here must be introduced to the other side. Minus 3 equals to minus 5 minus 3. So that makes equation to be balanced. So at the end of the day, you discover that this will cancel this. So I have minus 2x minus 4 equals minus 8. The negative cancel negative from here. That is, if I multiply through by negative 1, it will go with this. Or if I divide through by negative 1, it will go. So I have 2x minus 4 equals 8. Then I can now go ahead and split them into 2 by saying 2x minus 4 equals to 8, or 2x minus 4 equals to minus 8. So here we have 2x equals to 8 plus 4. Or 2x equals to minus 8 plus 4. Then I have 2x equals to 12. Sorry. 2x equals to 12. Or 2s equals to negative 4. My s is equals to 12 over 2, which is equals to 6. Then here we have this 2 over 2. This go with this. So my x here is equals to negative 2. Can you check whether the solution is true or not? The way I did the other one, can we try and check it? What do you have, please? Anybody? Please try and check it and see whether the solution is true or false. Check it. Check the solution whether it's true or false. So because of our time, we have to move and push it. Okay, let's look at another interesting topic. How do we use to solve formula for a specific variable? So formula for a specific variable. specified variable. Okay, let's look at this. If I said solve number one, solve C equals to 5/9 into F minus 32 for F. So we want to solve for F in this case. We are looking for F, want to make F subject of formula. How do we do that? Solution is very simple. All we need to do is C equals to 5/9 into Fahrenheit minus 32. We can cross multiply the way we did the other time. Do the cross multiplication. That is, multiply both sides by, let's say this is raised to divided by 1. So this multiply by this. So what we have 9 in bracket C equals to 1 in bracket F. Nine multiplied by C, then this will have 5. F minus 32. So we can multiply. Although some other people can do it this way, let me explain another way. We are still going to get the same answer. We can multiply both sides by 9. If I multiply 9 multiplied by C equals to 9 multiplied by 5/9 F minus 32. So this 9 will cancel this. It's still the same thing. So we have 9C equals to 5 into F minus 32. So we can open the bracket. 9C equals to 5F minus 32 multiplied by 5 is what? Anybody? 32 multiplied by 5 is what? Thirty-two multiplied by 5.
160.
160, thank you. So we have 160. But don't forget our target is F. I can add 160 to both sides by saying 9C plus 160 equals to 5F minus 160 plus 160. So this goes, and we are left with we are left with 9C plus 160 equals to 5F. We divided both sides by 5. So our F will be equals to 9C plus 160 divided by 5. Any question? Divided by 5. So that is the final answer, please. So we have some formula for business too. Business. We have formula for sales price is equals to original price minus discounts. Then also we have for retail price. Retail price is the same thing as the cost of production, the cost plus markup. Then we have for the profit too. Is revenue minus cost. So all these have the ability to be able to solve, they have ability to solve them. Any question, please? Can I stop sharing first? Oh, you are still writing? Okay, guys.